shamble into my pajamas, but when I bundle up my hoodie, I feel a firm, squarish bulge in the pocket. That's right, the book! Maybe something useful is in here. Start to flip through the book again. There's my name. And there's Hayes, Finley, Mason, Landry, and Reese. Graves writing about all of us. This must be a clue of some kind, but I don't know what it's supposed to say. All these words look like they've been written by birds hopping around in ink. I toss my hoodie on the floor and get to work. Maybe I can decipher it? If I hold the book upside down... No. Is there a cipher? Nope. I don't know why I bothered looking. Of course it won't be that easy. I try for another 20 minutes or so, but it's useless. I give up. Frustrated, I drop the book. It hits my hoodie and ungracefully tumbles over. I shuffle them away with my foot and something tumbles out. What is that? Looks like it fell out of the hood. A bookmark? Did I leave that there? Why would I put anything there? I pick it up. Looks like it's got some weird holographic center. It's kind of pretty. I should bring it back to the cafe tomorrow along with that stupid book. I go to tuck the bookmark into it for safekeeping, but... Hold up! Wait a minute! I can read it with this! I don't know how it got there, but it's the key to reading this book. The Hallowed Covenant of Witchery? What? Reese did say something about witches the other day. This might be a good lead to whatever's going on. I settle in with the book and start from the beginning. Interesting. I've been doing this for days now. I wake up, go to work, come home, lose myself in the grimoire, and barely make it to bed right before the sun comes back up. Lather, rinse, repeat. Listen to me. I'm calling this thing a grimoire now. I can't stop reading this dang book. Or mumbling to myself, I guess. But seriously, there's all this stuff about witches, covens, powers. I've never seen anything like it. Sometimes I don't even understand the words on the page, but they make me feel strange when I read. Powerful, I guess. Like if I keep going, they'll suddenly click into place and I'll learn something unknowable. It's getting to me, though. I feel haggard, and my coworkers have pointed out I'm getting some wicked bags under my eyes. I haven't told them about the book. I bet they think I've just been up playing video games or something. Marr. What's with you? You're so friendly lately. Since when do you sit in laps? They do say that some witches get familiars. No. That's ridiculous. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm not becoming a witch. Yet. I have been trying some of the stuff in the book out, though. Just a bit. You can't blame me for that. Hear me out, but I think I managed to move a cola can with magic. Maybe it was balanced weirdly or something and fell on its own, but it felt like it worked. I've definitely been reading this gibberish book for too long. I should stretch my legs or something. Right, Mochi? Mah. See, even Mochi agrees, and he hates exercise. Yeah. Hey, it's actually pretty early. Reading a dusty tome all night actually reset my sleep schedule to a normal one. I'm gonna celebrate with some coffee, breakfast, and a nice walk. When did I become a coffee drinker anyway? It's not bad at all now that I've gotten used to it. The stuff I drink is actually a real shade of tan now, almost. My palate is refining every day. I kind of just want a big ol' cheese Danish or something, too. There's that corner store down the road. I've been in there for a lot of stuff, and their breakfast pastries look really good. I could also just stop by the cafe. It's closed to customers today, but I bet someone's hanging around who could make me a nice fancy coffee or something. As much as I love the corner store, it would just break my heart knowing I can't fix Mason and her grandpa's relationship, so I'll just go to work and pretend. You know what? Why waste money when I can just get some coffee for free at the cafe? I'm still not real great on that water to coffee grounds ratio, but better I learn with myself than with customers, right? Last time I tried to make coffee was a disaster. It came out as this gross brown water. I really have to learn to do this right. Huh, doesn't look like anybody's here yet. There are some lights on in the cafe and on the floor above, but I don't see anyone moving around inside. Maybe I was wrong about people coming here on their days off. Is it really just gonna be me hanging out at work like I have nothing better to do? Alright, I'll just go make some coffee and then figure out what else to do for the day. Luckily, I just got my key. I can unlock the door and let myself in. Even though there are no people here, the cafe still feels busy with all these cats milling around. There goes Hash Browns, bossing around some other cat like usual. Now is making eyes at his own reflection on the floor. Kotek's in a cute little ball by the window. Marina and Ein are catching some sun. Aw, Junta has his paw around one of the other cats like they're spooning. Who is it? I peek in closer to get a look, and maybe a photo, but when I see that little seal point nose sticking out, I pause. Is that... Hayes? His ear flicks and one eye shoots open. Looks like it takes a moment to register what's happening, but once he does, his eyes dilate to the size of saucers.
Avery!
His tail puffs up and he backs away from Junta at a surprising speed. He bumps into the wall and then hops a solid 6 inches into the air in shock. Hayes, calm down. It's just me.
Junta was crying a lot and then I just sort of... Oh, please don't make fun of me.
Junta is one of our newest cats. He's a sweetheart stray we found wandering the streets, but he scares easily, so he gets clingy sometimes. Why would I do that? That was really sweet of you. Slowly, I reach down and scratch Junta behind the ears. He's confused by all the commotion, but doesn't seem too stressed about it.
But
You're so thoughtful about the cats. It's great.
Oh. I guess so. Thanks.
I'm jealous, actually. I wish I could sleep in a pile of cats.
It is pretty nice.
He seems to have calmed down a bit, thankfully. How about some coffee? I could go for a cup, and I bet you could too.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to change back. Don't look, okay?
You got it. Despite being around all these cursed cat people, I've never seen a transformation in progress. Maybe it's not something I'm supposed to see. Anyway, it's probably as rude and creepy as watching someone get changed, so I'm not about to peek.
Okay. Would you like a cappuccino? I'll go make us some coffee.
That sounds great, thank you! Hayes is such a sweetie. Score. I don't have to mess with the coffee machine after all. That was a weird transition. I sink into my favorite spot on the big circle couch and take a big old sip of my coffee. I could sit here all day. Maybe I will.
Oh! Avery, you're here early.
Yeah, I thought I'd come see what everybody's doing. I've been cooped up in my house too long.
It's good to see you. I'll be around doing some handiwork, but let me know if you need anything.
Oh, don't worry about me. It sounds like you'll be busy enough. There's the door again. Hello, hello! So, Avery, what breed are you? Do you know yet? Excuse me? Cat, I mean. Sorry, is this still a sensitive subject? No. Nothing's happened to me since the day I grew the whisker. I figured it'd take more time.
That's strange. I turned in about a week.
Yeah, me too. Hayes nods from the other couch.
This wouldn't be the first time Avery's slow on the uptake.
Were you just standing there waiting for a chance to say something like that?
Of course not.
He totally was. Brat. They're right, though. Playing with that book made me totally forget about the curse. Why haven't I seen any changes since then? Well, I'm gonna go do some laundry. Let me know whenever you find out. I'm betting you'll be a silver tabby or something pretty like that. I hope the type of cat I become is still a person. Reese rolls his eyes and flops down on the long row of seats to the side of the cafe. He settles in with a spiral-bound sketchbook. Finley picks up a large bag and trundles toward the stairs. Is there a laundry machine up there? Yeah, in Graves' apartment. He lets us do laundry there for free. Wait, Graves lives here? Yeah, duh. The 3rd floor is his apartment. Shouldn't we see him, like, all the time? He's basically a ghost as is.
He's usually out until really late at night and leaves pretty early in the morning. I don't think he sleeps.
I bet he sleeps in a fancy coffin.
I just mean he's really busy. He takes care of all the administrative stuff for the cafe, after all. Well, I better get to work. That ramp isn't gonna build itself, after all.
Landry gives me a little wave and disappears into the back. He's back a few minutes later with hands full of lumber and a roll of carpet. So that's why all that stuff was in the basement.
Sorry, it might get a bit noisy in here.
That's no problem with me.
I suppose if you must.
Landry and Reese go back to work. A few minutes later, I hear Finley. I peek up at the balcony and she's fiddling with a laptop or something. Everybody seems to be keeping themselves busy. Maybe I should help one of them? But on the other hand, I'm not getting paid for it, so... I'll stay put. I'm gonna stay here and finish this delicious coffee before I do anything. This is my day off, after all. We all get caught up doing our own thing when I hear footsteps approach from the kitchen. Why, if it isn't the big bad boss himself, finally back.
My wonderful cat herders. I see you've been keeping the place well while I've been gone.
He looks us over, but his gaze stops on me for just a second. He has a weird glimmer in his eye that I can't really place. Ew. I'm onto you, buddy. I know you have something to do with that book. Can't have just been there because you're a collector or something. Heck, it has our names in it. I don't really understand those pages since the bookmark doesn't work on them, but still, it must be something fishy.
Landry. Excellent work on the cat's equipment, as always. But I'm not done yet. Have you ever given me reason to doubt? I know you'll do a stellar job. We can talk about future designs soon. Sure thing, boss. Reese, I see you've been keeping your protege in line. Keep up the good work. Of course. Nothing gets past me. The eyes and talon of an eagle.
Protege? Are they talking about me?
Hayes, my sweet Hayes. Can I trouble you for some of your exquisite coffee? I'd be happy to. You are a treasure as always. I hope you've been keeping well. Well... Finley!
Finley peeks her head over the upstairs balcony to shout down. Come on, just come downstairs. Present!
Your videos are keeping me busy. We had a whole new attendance record the other day. And 6 adoptions in 2 days. The home inspections never end.
I'm sorry you have such a precious, adorable girl here making your business work.
You are my internet lifeline. I have no head for such things.
I bet he's been lost ever since telegrams went out of style.
And Avery.
He's real close now. She still doesn't like it. Gosh darn it, Avery. He puts his hand on my shoulder and levels his gaze down to mine. That blue eye is so chilling. It really is a telltale heart situation.
I'm on to you, Avery.
What?
You're the fastest learner we've had here yet. I forget you're still new.
I feel like he's not just talking about the cafe work. Well, I've been doing a lot of studying.
So you have. So you have.
He lets go of my shoulder and turns away to the rest of the employees. He definitely wasn't talking about the cafe. He definitely knows something about that book. I'd ask him more, but maybe it's not a good idea in front of everybody else. I'll chase him down later when he's leaving or something. I have to get more info.
Where's Mason? I wanted to see her today, too.
She hasn't been showing up as much on days off lately. Maybe she's found a comfy gig at an old cat lady's or something.
Haven't been to your place in ages, though.
Ah! When did you get here? You startled me!
Mason, I'm so glad you're here. It wouldn't be the same if you didn't join us. As much as I adore your cooking, today I'd rather give you respite. Think I'm gonna cook on my day off? Huh. Of course not. That is why I will take the pleasure of providing you, my dear employees, with dinner today. But first, an announcement.
He slips back into the kitchen for a moment. When he returns, he's holding a garment bag.
No. You haven't even let me make the announcement. I know what this is. Absolutely not. For my more cooperative employees, then.
With a surely practiced flourish, Graves unzips the garment bag and lets it fall to the floor. Oh no. 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 Is that somehow both plaid and checked flannel? I didn't know you could make a suit out of that type of material. There's a sort of appalled silence from everybody. Reese looks personally offended. Mason just straight up leaves.
No appreciation for your new uniforms. And to think I had it made in your size, Avery.
Try it on, Avery! She's still shouting down from the balcony. I can't blame her. I wouldn't want to get any closer to that suit either. I'd rather wear a potato sack.
And I went through such trouble to have it made. Check with us next time before you waste your time. 'Tis easier to beg forgiveness than ask permission, as they say. See, you knew we wouldn't agree to it. Well, I'll leave this here in case you all come to reason. Take some time to admire it. I'll be off for one last errand, but trust when I return you'll be treated to a wonderful meal. Until then, farewell.
With that, he disappears into the kitchen. I'm going to follow him, just to see what happens when he leaves. I get to the kitchen in time to see him slip through the back door. I'm sure I'm going to see that black cat. I just know it. I peek out the door as he leaves. He gets further and further away from the cafe, but I don't see him change. Not even when he gets past the point where I know he's off cafe grounds. I guess the others already assumed he wasn't affected by the curse, but why? Does this prove he's the culprit? How else would he escape whatever it was that got everyone else? Although, to be fair, I can't use that as proof. After all, I also escaped the curse, and I sure as heck didn't cause it. This seems like a time as any to see if I can find out more about what's going on here. Peek back into the main cafe. Looks like everybody's back to whatever they were doing before. The newly arrived Mason has kicked up her feet on the couch and seems to already be dozing off. Finley did say we have free access to Graves' apartment after all. I could go look and see what he's got hiding up there. I'm also kind of curious about what it looks like. But then again, if he was hiding something there, wouldn't somebody have noticed by now? Maybe he keeps all his magic stuff in that creepy basement. I wonder which would be better to search. Well, when you're on the Graves' route, you go to the Graves' apartment. Finally. You know, I've always got the chance to go into that creepy basement. I should take the opportunity while Graves is gone to root around his apartment a bit. I tiptoe past Finley on the second floor. Sure, she's going to say something to me about where I'm going, but she doesn't look up from the computer. We're so ninja-like. Ooh. Wow. It's immaculate. The complete opposite of your apartment, Avery. Yep, this makes me feel embarrassed about the state of my apartment right now, but whatever. He's probably showing off because he knows people come up here a lot. It's well designed, too. I can make fun of the guy all I want, but I have to admit he has a sense of style. Interior decorating-wise, at least. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Heck, that cat castle looks downright regal. I wonder if Landry built that one. I don't see any cats in the apartment, but it would make sense that he'd have a setup for them, right? There's probably one in here somewhere. Ah, there we go. I see a single suspicious blue eye peeking at me from inside the castle. Is that Graves? A black cat peeks out. It is. Oh! No, it's not the same cat as the one with the iridis heterochromia. So, her name's Dracula, right? My goodness, so he has a cat. And it's not... So, Dracula is not the cat that's been following us. Graves actually can turn into a cat, I think. Unless he has more than one cat. It's not. Oh, hey there. The cloudy eye belongs to a dark mass of black fur that refuses to move, even though its gaze follows me everywhere I turn. Hey, buddy, it's okay. A sleek tail thumps in annoyance against the carpeted castle wall. Ah, he's here!
I see you've met the great Countess Dracula.
Shoot. I've been caught! Be cool, Avery. Play it cool. You named your cat Countess Dracula?
Just Dracula. But she's a venerable lady now, so she deserves our respect. She's nearly 19, so I hope you've been taking care with her.
Wow. Yep, definitely worthy of the title Countess. Graves leans forward and pats his hands on his legs. Slowly, Dracula pulls herself from the cat castle and hops down. She looks good for her age.
She's a tad shy with new people, but she's great. We've been through a lot together.
Graves sits on the couch and holds his hand in front of him with an almost unexpected gentleness.
Come here, you sweet old lady.
Dracula saunters a little bow-legged walk up to him and headbutts his palm.
Hello, darling.
I can hear her purring from here. I'm taken aback at how cute they are together. Ah.
I don't think you'll find what you're looking for in here, but you're welcome to stay for a while regardless. I feel terrible that we haven't been able to chat since you started.
Graves just knows everything. I wasn't looking for anything. That is BS, and you know it, girl. We haven't had much chance to chat. Yeah, I guess we haven't. I take the liberty of sitting on the couch across from him. I hold out my hand in hopes that I'll get a headbutt from Dracula too, but she's too focused on Graves.
Don't worry, she'll warm up. She loves Reese.
Reese? Really?
Yes. They've known each other the longest, after all.
She's so much more elegant than my cat.
Oh? What breed?
A Persian named Mochi. He's a real handful.
He sounds delightful. I'd love to meet him someday.
Maybe I could bring him over sometime.
You're welcome to if you'd like.
I get the feeling Graves knows exactly why I'm here. Why else would he have shown up so suddenly? How did you get back in here so quick? Maybe he's trying to communicate with me about the magic book. How do you bring up something like that, though? Just go, hey, you're a witch, right? That seems kind of ham-fisted. I've got to finesse this more. So, do you think magic is real? Good one, Avery. You nailed it!
Not in the sense that you can shoot sparks out of a wand or fly on a broom, no. But I do believe the act of creation is... an enchantment all its own. To create something from nothing is one of those everyday miracles that others take for granted. I try to appreciate that where I can.
That was a lot more insightful than I expected. I wanted to get mad at him for trying to blow off my question with some poetic nonsense, but that was kind of a nice sentiment. Even if it's impossible to make something from nothing.
Keep studying that book, Avery. It's for your own sake, and for the sake of your co-workers.
I just don't get it.
I trust you, Avery. I know you can do good things. I know that I haven't made it easy, but I hope you can learn to trust me as well.
Is this about the curse? It is, isn't it? Can't you tell me anything about it? Why are the others cursed? Why doesn't it affect me?
I'm afraid I can't answer those questions, Avery Grey.
He's being very roundabout, which I wasn't expecting, really. I thought we'd be getting like some straightforward answers in a way, but the way he's being very careful has almost got me suspicious that he's cursed himself. As if he can't talk about magic or something, but I don't know if that's true or if he's just being mysterious because he's Graves. I guess we'll find out, but it's just striking me as a bit weird. Can't or won't?
I can't. I would love to, but... well, you'll understand.
Yeah, so he's like, I can't. It's not that I don't want to tell you. I just can't. Yeah, I wonder. That would be interesting. Maybe that's why the cat curse doesn't affect him? Because he's already cursed? I don't know. We'll see. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
I'm sorry. I can't say more.
Thank you, Avery. Are you cursed too? He doesn't answer me. Instead, with a rueful smile, he turns his attention to Dracula. Aww! I was hoping for a picture with the two of them. They're so cute. Aww. That might be my favorite picture so far in the game. So cute. He gently hoists her to his lap, then touches his forehead to hers.
I'm trying to survive in a dangerous world, Avery. As we all are.
I've never seen him look so small or vulnerable before as he does now, talking quiet solace with his old cat. I'm starting to sound like him. Jeez. I want to comfort him or something. I don't know. Maybe there's something I can say to help. I suppose one way to do that would be to break these curses. I don't know how, but I'd say that about... what? Oh. I don't know how, but I'd say that about do it, wouldn't it?
But enough about me. I want to know who you are, Avery Grey. Tell me what makes you tick.
That's such a vague question, I don't even know where to start.
Tell me a bit about where you grew up. You aren't from the city, correct?
Yeah, I'm from a much smaller town. We only had 50 kids in my graduating class in high school.
This must be quite the adjustment for you.
I like it a lot more. It's kind of nice to not feel like a big fish in a small pond, you know? I can sort of lose myself in the hustle and bustle here.
Ah, the solace of being alone in a crowd is comforting.
Yeah, or that. Once I let my guard down a bit, it's nice just sitting and chatting with Graves. I'm on my own with this witch hunt, though. He obviously knows something, but maybe it's beyond his skill. Maybe he doesn't understand it? Maybe he's also under a curse. That's my theory. Maybe it's all of those. Maybe I've given him too much credit by casting him as some kind of mastermind. Or maybe that's what he wants me to think. This is all so confusing.
Well, I'd best be headed back out. I need to make a few rounds before I pick up dinner. You'll join us, won't you?
Like I'm gonna pass up a free dinner.
Ha, of course.
He stands up from the couch and lightly ruffles my hair as he passes me. Man, 2 guys in a row who ruffle hair. What are the odds?
You're a sharp one, Avery. I'm glad you've joined my employ.
Well, you're keeping me busy for sure. But he's already gone. How the heck did he leave so quickly? I better get back downstairs. It's magic, you know. It had to be said. The others might be wondering if I fell asleep or something. Man, imagine the gossip. Falling asleep in the boss's quarters. I drift from person to person, helping everybody with what they're doing for a while, but eventually the urge takes over. I just want to play with cats. Shunsuke gets all get excited when I bust out the bell toy. Guess I'd be excited too. Owl gets messed up on the catnip toy. Now is swatting at his own tail, but I think the tail might be winning. Valentine is rolling around, kicking at nothing in the air. Seems to be having plenty of fun without me. Marina chases a feather on a string all the way up to the platform. Wish I had that much energy. And then they start taking naps. And that seems like many dots to me.
Will someone please exhume Avery from that pile in the corner?
Ah? I jump up with a start. When did I fall asleep? Good morning, sleepyhead. Why is there garland on my head? In fact, I seem to be covered in cat toys. What the heck? Well, we tried to wake you up. With catnip? What is all this?
Finley.
What? I just put a mouse there to see if you'd wake up. And then you didn't, so I put another.
And another. And another.
I got some really cute pictures out of it. Oh my god, don't put those on the blog. Why would I ever do that? I fling a catnip mouse at Finley as hard as I can. It ricochets off her head. Ow! Hey! Okay, they won't go on the blog. Good. Today. No.
Finley, be nice. All of you, stop distracting from the matter at hand. Dinner has arrived.
I thought you were going to actually make dinner, not just order takeout.
We usually order takeout on off days. It's nice to get a change of pace and try some of the other restaurants around here. And there are fewer dishes to wash. The cuisine du jour is brought to us by the Thai restaurant downtown you all so enjoy. Avery, I believe you will be experiencing their splendor for the first time tonight.
What did you get? You didn't ask me what I wanted from the menu. I did, actually. You mumbled something about pad thai, then rolled over on top of a bunch of cat toys. Well, I mean, that's what I would have wanted anyway, so... I look over to the tables, and it looks like they pulled them all together into one long row again. Takeout boxes pile up in the center table, and all of the places have already been set.
Bon appetit, my dear employees.
And the pack descends on the takeout boxes. After some sorting, we're all settled with our respective food, and we sit down for dinner. Graves takes the seat at the head of the table. Well, he claims it in name, but he's hardly sitting at all. When he's not flitting between us and offering us drinks, he's standing behind his chair and telling a story in as grand a Graves gesture as you'd imagine.
When I was in college, none of you would have recognized me.
What, did you take a break from your goth phase? You go grunge for a while?
I would never break style. No, in fact. If anything, I suppose you could say I was more goth then. I had long black hair, and I wore such elaborate makeup.
If anything, that sounds more on brand than you are right now. Why stop?
You can't imagine how much time that took from my day. I have a business to run now, after all. Dad showed me a photo once. The one of you with your bandmate. Who? The guy with the mohawk? I don't know how he got such a huge hawk. Ah, yes. It was pure witchcraft, that hair.
He's doing it on purpose, isn't he? With the witch jokes.
Wait. You were in a band?
Are you really surprised by that, Landry? Come on. Everybody was in a band in the 90s.
I don't recall that stereotype, but yes. I was in fact in a band.
I bet it was called, like, Masters of the Night or something like that.
No, Avery, it was not. I'd thank you to give me more credit than that.
Nah, more like Nightly Nightshade.
Or Dark Carousel. No. Or Sorrows of Blood. Et tu, Hayes. You are all so cruel. You have to tell us the real name or they'll keep going. I refuse to further enable this slander. It was Spider Coven. With an X. Reese!
What? How do you spell spider with an X?
Goth Willpower.
You're kidding me!
They had a song that was called something like Rose Baptism. I only remember the parts that weren't in French, but... No. Ahem! It went something like... No. This is traitorous. My own people betrays me. Ahem! Trapped within my own mind. Something in French. My will dissolves to blood. The soul's red rind. Life is but a march toward death. Right, Graves?
Graves isn't listening to us anymore. He's pacing around and mumbling in agony. How do you know all this, Reese?
Graves and my dad went to college together. He went to their shows. He met your mother at one of them, if I recall. You have me to thank for your very existence, my boy. Ugh, don't put it like that.
Everybody's laughing and having a good time. Even Graves is being a good sport. This is nice. I wonder how long they've been working together. They're all like a big family. Graves is a lot more charming than I thought. He knows how to work a crowd, at least. I'm starting to get it. I guess this is why nobody's all that mad at Graves, even though they're going through this weird nonsense. He's kind of like everybody's weird but benevolent uncle. We all chat over dinner, then coffee, and before I know it, the sun is totally gone. How long have we been doing this? Shoot, I better get home and feed Mochi before he throws a fit. He gets real passive-aggressive when he's fed late.
It is quite late. I'll take care of all the dishes and sundry, so please relax and prepare yourselves to face the day tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess we better all get going, huh?
Later.
Mason's already headed out the back. She barely even turns her head when she waves goodbye. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow.